Hello and welcome to I Am Well podcast. I'm your host Jemma, a nutritionist and a hormonal fasting coach, passionate about self-development through a holistic lens. But my biggest mission is to help empower women and get them to reconnect and trust their bodies again. So if you're a woman who just wants to better herself and live her best life, you're listening to the right podcast. So let's get to it. Hello everyone and welcome back to Wellness Wednesdays. Today we're going to talk all things supplements, all right? And I'm excited, but I'm kind of nervous too because I feel like this is going to ruffle some feathers, and I'm not usually one that likes to push the, what's the saying? I don't like to ruffle feathers, okay? So I'm sorry, but this needs to be said and it needs to be done. So we're going to talk supplements today. First off, I just want to remind you all that Balance is turning into a passive program. Once again, I will still have Balance running in person, but for the meantime, until the next round comes along, I'm turning Balance into a passive program for those people who would like to be able to do it in their own time, who want it to be cheaper, more accessible. This one is for you. So if you're interested, please subscribe to my email list because you'll find out more in the next coming weeks when it launches, as well as I also have a very special VIP day coming up soon for 3 very special potential people. But only those who are on my email list will get sent this first. So make sure you're on my email list. You'll get sent this first, and you could have a free one-to-one session with me where we make sure we come up with an exact plan for you for this year, where to go, what to do, actionable steps on how we're going to transform your mindset and transform your energy, and make sure what you're eating is aligned with the actions that you're taking this year. So if you're intrigued, you want to join, you want to join in on the special VIP day, well, make sure you're subscribed to my email list, okay? Link is in the show notes below. So, hello and welcome once again. Today, let's go into this. Let's get stuck into this hot topic of supplements, okay? We'll uncover what supplements promise to deliver, how they stack up against nutrients and, versus whole foods. Now, I'm sure you've probably heard, obviously, if you don't know this, I'm going to be quite frank here. Obviously, whole foods is the better option when you can. Now, I just feel like there's this huge craze and emphasis on supplements at the moment. And I got into it for a time there too. I was at a point where I was like, I should take more vitamins. I remember when this new company first came in and they were the biggest craze, and had all these supplements. You could literally buy them from the supermarket now, and they have grow your hair. It was hair health supplements. There was supplements for acne. There were supplements for bloating, and I didn't even know what I was taking. The marketing was just so good. It got to me, and I was like, I want longer hair. I want stronger hair. And I saw the results. People were posting. I'm like, I want that. And I'd be like, I want, not to feel bloated all the time. And I wasn't even sure, was I ever bloated? I didn't know. I was just going, I want this. And I so heavily, wholeheartedly believed in these supplements because I did feel like I was seeing results, but I also do believe in the placebo effect. And I just think me taking these supplements each day and me drinking water for the first time, a full glass of water in the mornings, was also adding to it. It was making my brain believe that some change was happening. And honestly, if I'm being quite frank, I didn't see a big difference. And if anything, I think it exacerbated and brought on, sped it along, my Hashimoto's, which is an underactive thyroid disease, because in the hair supplements that I was taking, there's so much iodine in there. Now, we can take too much iodine, and I'm going to go into this today, but taking too much iodine can actually cause, taking too much of anything, this, right? Too much of anything is not good for our system. Too much of iodine that is going to put an immense stress on the thyroid. And I had no idea that I had antibodies in my body just being waiting to be told when to ignite to then start attacking my thyroid. And this was around the time that I started taking these hair health supplements. Now, it could have been a coincidence, but after doing the research and everything, I really do believe that it kind of ignited it. It didn't 100%. I'm not saying that it started my Hashimoto's and I didn't get this autoimmune disease because of these supplements, but I do think it just gave it the push to begin, because they always say like it can come on after pregnancy as well. And this was after pregnancy that it did come on. However, it didn't come on until like 8 months after pregnancy, because I did get the tests after pregnancy and I was fine. But it did come on 8 months after, and this was around the time that I was taking these pills. So it's just, once again, I just want you to, if you're taking any supplements, just think about why you're taking them. If it's because it says on there it gives you energy, or like it debloats you or grows your hair, I just want you to start thinking critically about this. And a simple, easy way to start thinking critically is literally just look up the ingredients. Look up the ingredients, see what you recognize, because you might be surprised. Something I literally started, for my research for this episode, I researched into some of these energy drinks that I see get advertised a lot. And I this is where I'm nervous about ruffling some feathers. I love people who start their own businesses. I love people that do network marketing businesses. I'm all for it. There are just some things as a nutritionist that I don't like that get advertised. You can hear it in my voice. I'm trying so hard to step around this slightly because I don't want to piss anyone off, but I feel like it's inevitable. But there are some products in there that really need a highlight. Okay? These energy drinks that are being sold, where you got the energy powder, you put it into the drink and then you stir and then you drink it up. I was surprised. I looked up the ingredients and I was surprised. The second ingredient listed is cane sugar. And then another ingredient in there is dextrose. Now, dextrose is just another fancy term for sugar, okay, guys? So they advertise it as this botanical blend, and there's all of these like plant extracts, and it's all natural. And that's what helps bring on energy. Like they say, it's got the coenzyme Q10 in there, which is an antioxidant that helps support energy. Yes, that's true. But what you're really getting is straight sugar. First ingredient, citric acid. Second ingredient listed is cane sugar. If it is the second ingredient listed, that means it has a bloody lot of it. It means majority of it is just sugar. So if we're going back to the time where I taught you guys about blood sugar levels, if you're having one of these drinks and you don't, say your goal is to have weight loss and you're like, oh, but I'm so exhausted, I need some energy. Oh, I'll have this natural drink that uses natural botanicals, natural coenzyme Q10. It's going to give me that burst of energy, and I'm not going to be able, have to eat a meal that's going to make me put on weight, and I'm going to stick to my calories. Like, it's all going to be great. You have this supplement drink and instantly your blood sugar levels rise. It's because you've got it's just cane sugar in there. So your blood sugar levels rise and they skyrocket. And then 2 hours later, you're probably going to feel a bit of a crash. And maybe you're someone that's like, no, I've been taking this and I've been feeling great. How many times are you having these sugar drinks? How many times are you feeling hungry during the day? How many times is your energy feeling depleted? This is where I want us to use our critical thinking skills. Look at the ingredients. What is it having effect on your body? And if you're struggling to lose weight, then this could be exactly what is actually holding you back from getting there. And unfortunately, the marketing out there is just so good. Like, it gets to you. It gets to me. Like, I'd be that person too that would be like, oh, that person who's advertising it, she looks amazing. She's not bloated at all. She's got all the energy in the world. They're just showing you what they want you to see. You're not seeing the other stuff, okay? And I'm not saying that all the products that these guys sell are bad. It's just that one that I looked up and was like, oh my God, what? I had no idea. It's literally just straight sugar, people. And then they've added some of the vitamins and the minerals and the plant botanical extracts to, you know, make it all fancy and seem natural. But cane sugar, that's just sugar, obviously. And the fact that it also has dextrose in there and a sweetener in there is so much sugar. So I just want you all to be aware of that. I don't even know, they have the ingredients list, but it doesn't even say how many grams of sugar's in there, which I thought was interesting. All the other stuff. So they've got green tea extract. So I think that's why they make it seem like it's, you know, going to boost your energy because of the green tea extract. But it's got sugar in as well because it says other ingredients: citric acid, cane sugar, sodium bicarbonate, potassium bicarbonate, natural flavors. By the way, natural flavors, you really don't know what that actually means. The fact that they have to add that in, you never really know because that could come under anything. Stevia, which is just a sweetener, and then they've got dextrose, which is sugar, and yeah, but they don't actually tell you how many grams of sugar is actually in the product. So that's really interesting. So clever marketing, people, that is what that is. And I just want you guys to realize. So start looking at ingredients labels. If there is not an ingredients label telling you how much sugar is in there, how much dietary fiber is in there, like all this stuff, be aware, okay? Then look at the ingredients and see, well, what's in the ingredients? If the second ingredient or the first or third or fourth ingredient is sugar, stay away, okay? So supplements were first designed to just help you if you're not getting the right amount from your food. Like say you're low in vitamin D and you're eating all the foods but you're still not getting enough, well, maybe you do need a vitamin D supplement. So that's where they can be handy and that's where it can come into play. But a lot of people are just taking them and they don't need them. A lot of people are taking magnesium and they don't need magnesium. I actually say when, you know, I've said in my podcast before, if you're fasting, take magnesium then because your body will deplete in magnesium, sodium, potassium. But make sure you're getting like brands that are reputable. A lot of those brands in the supermarket, they use cheap supplements and cheap way of producing them, and it's cost effective for them, but it's terrible for your health, and the body doesn't even absorb it, and it literally the body takes a tiny little bit of it and it just goes straight out through the body. So make sure you're getting some that are like humic or fulvic compounds that the body is then being able to absorb them. If they're bioavailable for the body to absorb them, the body will use it up and it will use it properly. But if you're getting it from the supermarket, it's most likely just going through your body. Okay, so many of these claims of these supplements that I'm talking about is where they'll say like they boost your energy, they improve your immunity, they, you know, fill all these nutritional gaps. But I just want you to use that critical thinking and be like, why are they advertising that? And do you need it? If they were just advertising magnesium, for example, you probably wouldn't buy it. But if they were advertising that this is going to help you sleep better, that this is going to help, build muscle, then you'd probably buy it because you'd be like, oh, I want to sleep better. Oh, I want more muscle. But use the critical thinking. Like you think one pill is then going to magically put on muscle, or you think one supplement is going to help you sleep. What else are you doing in your life first? This is why we love holistic health. Look at what you're doing before you go to bed. Are you on your phone? Look at what are you doing to help build up muscle? Are you going to the gym? Are you lifting weights? What are you eating? This is what's just really frustrating because nowadays everyone just wants a quick fix. Everyone's just looking for the perfect supplement, the perfect pill to just fix everything, fix their health. And it's just not the case. It's just not how it works. We need to go back to understanding whole foods and their purpose. It's crazy now that you go into a supermarket and you literally have a health foods section. That is insane. Why do we have a health food section? Healthy food should just be standard food. It shouldn't be a healthy food section. And by the way, most of that healthy food in the health food section is all crap. All those chips that are in the health food section, look at the back, they're all got crap sugar in there, ultra processed items, like chemicals. It's just so bad for your health. And the fact that they're putting under the health food section is a joke. There's another item that everyone tends to be like advertising and selling. And it's like a greens powder. Everyone is obsessed with greens powders. And it is a common thing that I get asked about with greens powders. I will say, obviously, it's better to have whole foods, okay? Obviously. But if you're someone that's like, okay, I'm not having enough and that's why you're going to the greens powders, I get it. But I just want to let you know that it's actually more effective for you to purchase frozen fruits and frozen vegetables than it is for you to have a greens powder. So if you're someone that's like having these greens powders because you need to get your fiber in and you need to get your daily greens or fruits or vegetables in, and you're having these green powders to supplement that, it's actually easier and more cost effective, by the way, too, if you buy frozen fruits and vegetables. You can then, a lot of people, especially in the holistic world, against microwaves. I totally get it. Microwaves can just take all the nutrients out of the fruits and vegetables, but it is better. You're still going to have more fiber in that than you will a greens powder. So get the frozen fruits and vegetables. If you don't want to microwave it, put it over the stoves. There's so many different ways that you can thaw it out. I just want to reiterate to you what marketing is doing to us and our health and our money as well. You are spending all your money on these supplements thinking it is going to help you. It is either a placebo effect or it's not doing what you think it's doing. And that is just so frustrating when you could be spending that money and it could be a cheaper option on whole foods, and you're actually getting the nutrients absorbed into your body and you're getting it to do what you actually want. So, and those greens powders, by the way, I used to be a skin therapist and I used to see a lot of people who had skin problems and they were taking these greens powders because they were told if they take the greens powder, their skin would be glowing, they'd be healthy. And then their skin, it's not working and they've got all this shame and guilt and they're going, why isn't it working? And then you look at the ingredients and the first ingredient is spirulina. Spirulina, that actually comes from algae and it has a lot of iodine in there. And once again, a lot of iodine too much iodine is not good for our health. And this can actually clog your pores and it can bring and irritate your skin and bring on acne. So it can actually make your acne worse. So some people are taking these greens powders because they're promised that their acne will clear up, and instead they're getting the opposite. They're getting more acne, and it's because some people can't handle that much spirulina in their diet. They can't handle that much iodine, and there's deeper root causes there, and that's what we need to find out and go into. That's what's then frustrating, is that these supplements are getting sold as the be all and end all fix to your bloating, to your skin, whereas in fact it could be doing the opposite than what you want, and then you're spending all your money on them. Let's go back to whole foods, what whole foods can do for us. Understanding that a quick snack prepared right can make all the difference to your energy than a quick supplement that you chuck in your drink. It's so much more motivational and more inspirational when you're doing it yourself, and you're taking the time and effort to plan and prep these meals for yourself during the week. It shows that you truly care. Studies consistently have shown that diets rich in whole foods are linked to better health outcomes. So I just want you to think, to kind of wrap up today's episode, I just want you to kind of think back and understand the supplements that you're taking at the moment. I want you to question why you're taking them. Do you need them? And is there another alternative that you can use in whole foods option? this is what we look into when I work with you. We try to find other ways, other more natural alternatives than just simple supplements, because what you're searching for is a quick fix. And that's also a mindset thing as well. Why are you using a quick fix to try to fix your health? You know, what is the goal there? And we work with me and we can figure out a way to make sure that you're getting the results that you want this year, but you're doing it in a way that's cost effective and it's not hindering your health. Because that's so frustrating when you're spending all this money on these supplements and they're actually doing the reverse. The only supplements that I truly, truly like are minerals, because your body always needs to have that mineral intake, and that could be why you're getting headaches, that could be why you're tired, lethargic. So mineral intake is very important, and I always recommend certain minerals. I love my Element Tea sachets. I don't literally scream this from the rooftop and tell them to everyone just because of getting like a certain amount of money. I don't make any money off that. And I also recommend Beam minerals, BEAM minerals, because they're from America as well. America always produces better minerals than here in Australia, but like supplements, I mean. And they're really, really good as well. Once again, I don't make any money off them. So I'm not telling you this so that then I get all this money. Like, it doesn't really benefit me at all. So I'm just telling you this because these are the better options and where you want to be spending your money if you're ever going to be spending your money on supplements. Once again, I will reiterate, of course, there are times for supplements. If you're low and lacking in certain minerals, vitamins, you will find this out when you get like certain blood tests done. But until then, why are you taking them? You do not need them. It is literally just a marketing scam and they're just trying to get your money. And I hate being like that because obviously I love people who start their own businesses and do all this stuff. But I was completely shocked when I saw that, these energy drinks that are coming off healthy are actually just straight sugar, and it's affecting your health. It's affecting your hormonal health. And that's what's so important. That's why I felt needed to talk about this on today's episode. So go home, go look at all your supplements, go read the ingredients and see what you think. Start doing some critical thinking. If you're still not sure, you can always shoot me a message, DM me, email me. I'm always here. Otherwise, I will talk to you all in the next episode. Thanks, guys. Bye.